best softball programs in all of Division II host one of the best in Division I this afternoon as West Texas A&M plays Texas Tech in an exhibition game from beautiful Schaefer Park here in Canyon, Texas. I'm Lucas Kinsey. So glad to have you joining us today here on Flo College for what is going to be a very exciting matchup. These two softball teams, they are deeply loved. That's probably an understatement by all of the fans here in the Texas Panhandle, and they love their college softball, no doubt. We are expecting close to 2,000 fans, somewhere in that 1,500 to 2,000 range. They're going to be in attendance today, sold out, standing room only. They were here early. In fact, they were here when I got to the park, which was 2 hours early, already waiting to get in to watch these two programs. And they are here to see some super talented young ladies. You talk West Texas A&M first, the Lady Buffs. They have 2 national titles to their resume. You walk up to Schaefer Park and you see those banners out there, 2014 and 2021 national championships right here for West Texas A&M. The Lady Buffs 13 NCAA tournament appearances all time, and this is a team that's also coming off of 3 straight seasons where they have hosted the NCAA regionals. Their head coach, Michael Mook, in his 7th season, 242 wins and 61 losses. Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, led by their head coach, Jerry Glasgow, and what a tremendous season they had in 2024. They were the national runner-up, finishing 2nd place there in a 3-game series, fell just short to Texas. But what a season that they had last year, the Red Raiders, 54 wins, 14 losses. They were the Big 12 regular season champions, 20-4 there. First time ever for the Red Raiders to host regionals. They went to the College World Series. They beat Ole Miss. They beat UCLA. They beat the Oklahoma Sooners. And then they lost in that final championship series in 3 games to the Texas Longhorns. They had 22 program records that they set last year alone. 10 different players that were named to the All Big 12 team. And as I was doing my research for this exhibition game and looking at all of the records that were set last year, the players returning for Texas Tech, returners like the talented National Pitcher of the Year, Nyjah Kennedy, looking at players like Maya Davis, who led the team in hits last season, senior from Lovelady, players like Lauren Allred, first baseman. You add all of those returners, Victoria Valdez, she's another one, a talented catcher for Texas Tech. You add that, and then Texas Tech goes out in the transfer portal, and they add 7 different transfers, 3 of those transfers who played at the College World Series last year in Oklahoma City. They come in to Texas Tech. They add to the mix what is Jerry Glasgow's most talented team that he has ever coached. That's what he told me before the game when I had a chance to visit with Coach Glasgow. And so they're excited to come to Canyon, Texas. They know that Canyon being just down the road from Lubbock, a lot of fans that want to come out and see Texas Tech in person early in the off season as we're in October. But the Lady Buffs of West Texas A&M, they themselves one of the top programs in all of Division II, as Coach Mook has done a tremendous job coming here. Again, this will be his 7th season at the helm of the program. His assistant coach, Janelle Troutman, has been with him that entire 7 seasons. And they've done a great job, 242 wins to 61 losses. Coach Mook, a staple in the NCAA tournament. He's got a 17-9 record there. Last year's team, they were ranked number 1 through the first half of the regular season. They ended up going into postseason, ranked number 3 in the country. They ended up falling just before reaching the College World Series. They were taken down by eventual national champion UT Tyler. But the final record for the Lady Buffs last year, 56 wins, 8 losses. They were the number 2 seed in that regional. And again, 3 years in a row that they had an outstanding regular season and got to be the host team in the NCAA regionals. Today, the 2 teams, we're going to see a lot of different players. This will be a 10-inning exhibition game. And so we'll see some of the new faces. We'll see for West Texas A&M, they've got several new freshmen that are coming in. This is a team that lost all 4 pitchers from a year ago, including Heidi Vortherms, who is now on the staff. She is one of the 2 graduate assistant coaches. She joins Madison Johnson, who was here last year. 2 years ago, Madison was a talented shortstop, so Heidi makes that transition. The Red Rifle was her nickname. She was a tremendous pitcher. In fact, she finished her career last year in the circle for West Texas A&M, Heidi did, as the #2 leader all time in strikeouts, up in the tops in a lot of different categories. And now she's going to transfer that knowledge onto the players from a coaching standpoint. The Lady Buffs bring back some really talented players themselves. Emily Lisky, center fielder, an all-LSC, second-team all-region player. Heaven Moreno started 64 starts last year at shortstop. Cadence Colburn, all-LSC player. We'll keep talking about the Lady Buffs after we have our national anthem. Again, I mentioned the crowd here. You see a lot of maroon and white, obviously, with the Lady Buff fans out in attendance, and you also see a lot of proud red and black and red there for Texas Tech. This ought to be a lot of fun, and again, the fans are excited. The players, coaches, going to stay after the exhibition game ends and sign autographs. Saw lots of young players, lots of young ladies wearing softball jerseys, and they're excited to be here today to see these 2 teams, West Texas A&M and Texas Tech. It'll be West Texas A&M that will take the field first. I mentioned that the Lady Buffs are trying to find their pitching this year after they lost all 4 pitchers from a year ago. Heidi Vortherms through graduation. Emily Boyer, who was the Division II Player of the Year last year, she transfers up to Division I ranks and goes to Ole Miss. She took a 28-4 record in the circle last year, 22 home runs offensively. So that'll be a player that the Lady Buffs certainly will have to replace and miss. Also, Kendall Solitsky and Ashley Mandel, they were players that did not return this year that were pitchers for WT. To get the start, how about this? 5'5" freshman from Blair, Nebraska, Brooke Janning, will be the player that takes the ball first for the Lady Buffs today against Texas Tech. Talented career out of Blair, Nebraska, first-team Super State, where last year she went 31-9 in the circle, had 326 strikeouts. And she's going to face a Texas Tech team. I'm telling you, just you look at this roster, and I don't know this season for Coach Glasgow, the challenge might be figuring out how to play all these talented players, because he brings returners back from that team that nearly won a national championship, and then he added the 7 transfers. Those transfer players, just to give you an idea of the weaponry, a combined 105 home runs from those 7 players. And to lead it off for Texas Tech, this is Maya Davis, 5'5" senior out of Lovelady. Last year, incredible numbers. First team all-region. She was on the all-tournament team at the Women's College World Series, also an all-Big 12 selection, defensive team, you name it, in terms of the hardware. And Maya Davis, she earned it last year. She's going to swing at that second pitch. Heaven Moreno goes high in the air and snags that one for a quick out. And the Lady Buffs get one away here in this top of the first inning. Reminder, we'll play 10 innings today. So next up for Texas Tech is Mia Williams, 5'10" junior second baseman, infielder from Windermere, Florida. She's an All-American last year. She was at the College World Series as well. She was wearing blue and orange, though. She was playing for the Florida Gators last year. And now she transfers over to Lubbock, swings at that pitch and fouls it away. So 1-1 count here for the batter, Mia Williams. Lady Buffs defensively looks similar over at first base with Cadence Colburn. Third baseman, Abby Howell, a sophomore, had a great freshman season a year ago, and then the talented shortstop, Heaven Moreno, that made that catch for out number 1. Here's the next pitch, and the fastball just misses high for ball 2. Over at second base for West Texas A&M, new transfer player over from UT Tyler, Jordan De Los Santos. Was a really talented player from Tyler Junior College, went to UT Tyler, and then now she's at West Texas A&M to finish out her career, originally from Corpus Christi. In the outfield, Bella Holland is your left fielder, 5'6" freshman from Farmersville, Texas. Center field is Emily Lisky. That pitch hit hard, and Moreno snags it again. 6-3. Easy money. Heaven Moreno showing off the leather, and there are 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Out in right field for West Texas A&M is Maya Chacon. Maya also a transfer over from Regis University, Colorado. So she's out in right field. The Lady Buffs have 2 away. Nobody on for Texas Tech here in the top of the first. Crowd didn't agree with that call, but Taylor Pannell, the junior transfer from Tennessee, she's also an All-American. She also was at the College World Series. Is there a theme that you're hearing yet in this Texas Tech lineup? Pannell ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. So a good hitters count here. Again, Pannell working in the box against freshman pitcher Brooke Janning, and hits the batter to foul that one away. It was interesting when the Red Raiders got here. A lot of fans that were anxious to see them, and they made their way over to the visitor dugout. And about the time they did that, here came the baby buffalo for WT, the live mascot Thunder. And then the new buffalo that is in training right now, the youngster. They brought the baby over behind the dugout, and the Texas Tech players were taking turns going over and petting the buffalo. That doesn't happen every day. You go to a college softball game and you see a buffalo. 3-1 count, and it's fouled off. Pannell gets a piece of that pitch from Janning, and it forces a full count. 2 outs. Both of these outs have been with the production of the shortstop, Heaven Moreno. Good, nice off-speed pitch from Janning, but Pannell was able to hang in there and catch a piece. So Pannell is originally from Milan, Illinois. Again, started out at Tennessee. Not only an All-American, an academic All-American last year. As a redshirt sophomore, hit .398. She fouls that one away. Led Tennessee in batting average, slugging percentage. She left Tennessee tied for 10th program history. Single season RBI was 65. And there she shows her offensive firepower. That one hit hard out in the gap between left and center, and it's a stand-up 2-out double for Taylor Panel. And Texas Tech has a runner on, a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. And next up is the player that Jerry Glasgow told me before the game already is hitting maybe better than anybody else on this roster in the offseason. That's Alana Johnson, senior out of Summit, Mississippi. Right-handed batter will stand in. And watch the first pitch called for strike 1. Glad to have you joining us here on Flo College for an exhibition game that I'm telling you, when you look out into this crowd, there is not an empty seat, including out in outfield, out in left field where the bleachers are full. Really good weather, a little breezy today. But for October, usually you say at this time of the year it's football weather, but right now, today, it's college softball time. The 0-1 to Johnson. She hangs down, hits it hard out into left, over the left fielder's head, so that's going to score a run. And Johnson will have an RBI double. Texas Tech on the board first. That was great, patient batting right there. A good hit for Johnson, the 2025 All-Big 12 player from a year ago. And it just got enough to get over the head of Bella Holland, the left fielder. It drives in a run. It's 1-0. Again, 2 outs still. Now they trade base runners as Alana Johnson is over at second, and that one was almost caught in fair territory, or foul territory, excuse me, but unable to get to it was Colburn. Brooke Janning gets ready to fire this one in. And it's called a strike. Batter, 5'5" junior from Flower Mound, Texas, Logan Holloman. And the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Janning. Jammed the batter, got her inside. Holloman flies out right back to the pitcher, so Janning collects the 3rd out in the inning. Texas Tech scores a run as Alana Johnson was able to drive in a run. And Texas Tech on the board first. It's 1-0. We'll take a quick break, come back, and the Lady Buffs, it'll be their turn to take the sticks here from Schaefer Park. Exhibition game, Texas Tech and West Texas A&M here on Flo College. Welcome back to Schaefer Park here in Canyon, Texas. Lucas Kinsey with you, and it's West Texas A&M and Texas Tech in this special exhibition game here in October. Glad to have you joining us. It will be for Texas Tech in the circle, number 55, Caitlin Terry, 5'6" junior pitcher from Glendale, Arizona. A season ago at the College World Series, she was playing for UCLA. She transfers to Lubbock. And Caitlin Terry, a lot of talent, and she'll face the first batter of the game here for the Lady Buffs, Jordan De Los Santos. Terry last year had a second straight 20-win season for UCLA, went 20-5 in the circle with a 2.64 ERA and 172 strikeouts. A good start here against the batter De Los Santos as Terry's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. And a fastball thrown right past for 1 out. Quickly a strikeout and 1 away.
Now batting for the team, number 6.
Jackie Liss is your first baseman. Second base, Logan Holloman. The shortstop is sophomore Haley Toney. 68 starts last year as the shortstop, the only shortstop in college softball in the Power 4 schools to do that, to start every game at that position. So that's pretty impressive. Next batter up here for the Lady Buffs is freshman left fielder Bella Holland. And she rips one out to right field. That gets through past Mia Williams, the second baseman. A 1-out screaming single out into right, and the Lady Buffs have a runner on. For the Red Raiders infield over at third base is Taylor Pannell. This is Abby Howe, the next batter here for West Texas A&M. Abby, all Lone Star Conference selection last year, 64 starts for the Lady Buffs at third base. And she can hit it. 64 RBI last season, 12 home runs. Abby also last year had 17 doubles. That one she's going to have to run hard and not able to get down there in time as Pannell comes up. Makes the put out from the third base position, so 5-3 play there for the Texas Tech defense. Holland is able to get over to second base. And it'll bring up the lefty, Cadence Colburn. With 2 outs, she'll watch the first pitch. A fastball in there for a strike from Caitlin Terry. You know, the fans obviously were hoping to get to see Nyjah Kennedy today, the National Pitcher of the Year from last season, and I don't think that's going to happen. She's nursing just a little bit of an injury. And nothing too serious, but serious enough that not worth getting her out here today. She is in the dugout with the Red Raiders. Saw her before the game. She was one of the players that was really excited about petting the buffalo behind the dugout, but they will not have her services today in the circle. This is a off-speed pitch that's chopped foul from Colburn, so she stays alive. Count 0-2 with 2 outs, a runner on second, and Texas Tech leading this game 1-0. That one misses low and away. And she came back inside, got it past the batter, Lagi Karoga, the catcher. Gets that one secure in the glove for the strikeout. Lady Buffs strand a runner at second base. They get a hit, but no runs come across, and good pitching, good start for Caitlin Terry, the lefty from Glendale, Arizona. We'll come back, and the Red Raiders will be back to bat. Top of the second here from Schaefer Park in Canyon, Texas. You're watching WT and Texas Tech here on Flow College.
for the Red Raiders, number 32, Haley Tony.
Welcome back to Schaefer Park as we get you set for the top half of the second inning. Texas Tech back up to bat, and it's Haley Tony, the sophomore shortstop from Magnolia, Texas, a left-handed batter. Standing in, Brooke Janning continues to pitch here in the second inning for the Lady Buffs. On deck for the Red Raiders will be Jackie Liss. Again, Tony, just a tremendous freshman season for the Red Raiders. A staple at that very important defensive shortstop position. She'll chop that one down foul. Player that plays with a lot of energy, emotion. Led the team with 14 doubles last year. She hit .332, had 66 hits and 36 RBI. On that off-speed pitch, that one again, she hangs in there and makes contact, but it's foul. The other thing, talking about the defense and needing to be the vacuum over at shortstop, she had a perfect 1,000 fielding percentage. And so that got her on the All Big 12 freshman team and the All Big 12 tournament team. Janning trying to stay away, doesn't want to give anything down the middle. So that one's outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, today we'll play 10 innings. And it's a great opportunity, really, for both teams. Tony will foul that one off. It's, you know, 2 teams that last year obviously had a lot of success. For Texas Tech, it was the change. I mean, Jerry Glasgow, the head coach, comes in his first season after spending 7 years with the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, and he brought a couple of those players with him. Other players transferred in. Nyjah Kennedy obviously was nearly unstoppable in the circle, and all of that led to Texas Tech having its best season it's ever had in program history. So they come back, they bring all of those talented players, most all of those talented players. They only lost 2 seniors, in Demi Elder and Alexia Langoliers. So they bring all these players back, then they add the transfers, and that one's going to be smoked up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single for Tony. So for Texas Tech, if you look at it, you say, well, is there a challenge? The challenge may be seeing how to mix all of these players together with these high expectations. On the other side, for West Texas A&M, Coach Mook, he loses all of his pitching staff from last year. Also lost some talented seniors that played in the field, Haley Stoneking and Kylie Avery, along with Riley Steiner. First pitch hit hard out to right field, but the catch is made. One away, as that one from Jackie Liss, the right-handed hitter, took a strong ride out to right field.
Now batting for the Red Raiders,
And it was
number
Maya
11,
Chacon
Lauren Allred.
that made the sure catch. Again, Tony stands on first base for the Red Raiders. And Allred swings on the first pitch, hits a moonshot, but it's short of the warning track, and the catch made easily out in left field from Bella Holland. 2 outs. Early on, a pretty good job by freshman pitcher Brooke Janning against this potent Texas Tech offensive lineup.
Now batting for the Red Raiders, number 4, Logie Quiroga.
So next up is Logie Quiroga. She's the catcher starting today here for Texas Tech. Transfer over from California. She's from Los Angeles. .58 junior. That one will dribble foul. So Logie, last season, great numbers. She hit .346 with the Cal Golden Bears. had 12 home runs, 13 doubles, 44 RBI. She started all 58 games for California, had 62 hits. And she's playing catcher, obviously, right now, but she can play other positions as well, with Texas Tech having Lagi Quiroga, one of the players that can go behind the dish. Also, Victoria Valdez. She made 63 starts last year, was an all Big 12 defensive player. 1-1 pitch, hit high, and that one's going to come right on top of us. And there it was. And that's why they put us in a press box, or at least most places. You never know. Here at Schaefer Park, a great venue, though, for college softball. The Lady Buff fans love coming out and supporting their team. Good block, but the base runner, speed, down to second easily was Tony. Two outs in the inning. But for Lagi Quiroga, she sees her teammate standing at second base, and another good opportunity for the Red Raiders to try to bring a second run across home plate. The 2-2 pitch from Janning, hit hard out to right field, over the right fielder's head. Misjudged it. It's going to bring the base runner home. Tony scores. The throw to third to try to get Lagi out, and she's safe. They say she slid under the tag from Abby Howe. And Lagi Quiroga fired up about that one. That was close, really close. If you're Buff Nation, you're saying maybe they missed that one and it could have been an out, still would have been a run, but Texas Tech takes the 2-0 lead off of the aggressive base running. Coach Mook, I didn't know if we'd have the replay challenge in play today for exhibition, but apparently we do, and that one has been challenged, so the umpires will go in and they'll look at that. We will take this time to step aside and take a break on Flo College. You're watching Texas Tech here on the road at West Texas A&M exhibition game on Flo College. We're back after this. Welcome back here to Canyon, Texas, Schaefer Park, the site of today's exhibition game between West Texas A&M and Texas Tech. Right now, the umpires are looking at the last play, trying to determine if Lagi Quiroga slid in safe under that tag from third baseman Abby Howe. She hit a hard rope out to right field that went over the head. That's two balls that have been hit hard from the Red Raiders over outfield players for West Texas A&M. This one was Maya Chacon out in right field that came, I think her first couple steps just brought her forward, and then she realized, uh-oh, this one's a little bit deeper than I thought, and tracked it down. It scored a run as Haley Toney raced home easily from second base to give the Red Raiders the 2-0 lead, but the throw in from the outfield was a good one, and that's what the umpires are looking at, is head coach Michael Mook challenging that the Lady Buffs actually did get the tag, and that would be the third out in the inning. See Coach Jerry Glasgow out there visiting with one of the umpires, and really enjoyed visiting with him before the game started. You know, last year just watching Texas Tech make their run and seeing Coach Glasgow seemed very down to earth, just to, you know, roll up your sleeves, true West Texas grit. And He was really nice to visit with us before the game and talk to us about what he wants to see from his team in the offseason. He's talking to Coach Mook right now, and the umpires will come out and make the call. Okay, so they went back, looked at the video, and Lagi Quiroga does one more final dance over at third base. I love it. Having fun in the offseason, no doubt. So she gets the RBI and advances over to third base. Coach Glasgow still in conversation. It's interesting with Jerry Glasgow. He's a 1976 grad of Crab Orchard, Illinois, the proud Crab Orchard Trojans, and went to college in Illinois. From there, his first coaching job, he was an assistant coach at Johnston City High School in Illinois back in 2000. And as his coaching career moved on and he went to different places, every place he's gone to, he's won. Coaching stops previous to Texas Tech at Louisiana, where he won 300 games there. Coached over at Georgia University, Texas A&M, Auburn. And again, all of those places, everywhere he's program that he's been associated with, they've won. They're still in a delay right now, talking about something. The home plate umpire is, and we're not sure what that is. Let's take one more break here. We'll come back and hopefully get back to some softball. It's 2-0 right now, top of the second inning. Texas Tech leads the Lady Buffs here in the exhibition game. Still in a little bit of a delay here at Schaefer Park, and our score 2-0. Texas Tech leads over West Texas A&M in this exhibition game. We'll play 10 innings today from Schaefer Park, historic venue here for the Lady Buffs. 2 national championships won here by this proud program in 2014 and in 2021. The Texas Tech Red Raiders, they feel like they have a team that can not only contend for, as last year they were national runner-ups. Feel like they've got a team that can go all the way and get the job done and win a national championship this year. Jerry Glasgow, his coaching staff, Tara Archibald, Hunter Veach, Kayla Kowalik, and they've done a great job, Texas Tech has, in terms of development and also utilizing the transfer portal. As we've already mentioned, a lot of these players in the batting lineup that have come through, and the starting pitcher today, Caitlin Terry, coming from different places, coming from schools all across the country. And right now, I wonder if they got a pinch runner. I think they did. Lagi Karoga, the catcher, was the player who knocked in a run, the second run of the game, and got over to third base. Pinch runner over at third. Can't see the number right now. We're going to get back to playing. Brooke Janning, the pitcher for the Lady Buffs, trying to get out of this jam here, facing Michaela Garcia. Garcia, 2 seasons ago, played for UT Tyler, won a national championship there in Division II ranks, and then transferred up to Texas Tech, local product, originally out of Lubbock. And she's a good one, 5'8" junior infielder. She swings and pops that one foul back up against the netting. Garcia wearing number 3. Back in 2024, when she was playing for the Patriots of UT Tyler, she was the Lone Star Conference Freshman of the Year. Swings and misses. Good off-speed throw there by Janning. And again, what a way to, start off your career, even though it's an exhibition game. For Brooke Janning, you got over 1,500 people in attendance. You take the ball, you go into the circle, and you face Texas Tech. That's a great hit out into center field. It's going to score a run. It was Holloman that came across home plate, and that is 3 bases for Michaela Garcia. Slides in for the 2-out triple. Give her an RBI and give Texas Tech a 3-0 lead here in the top half of the second inning. And that pitch was not, it wasn't thrown right down the middle. It was trying to come across a little high and inside to jam the batter. But just a great piece of hitting. This will be pitcher Caitlin Terry. Will grab the stick, come up next. And a good job coming back and starting off with a strike is Janning. Just missed there on the edge. Big swing and a miss. Good pitch from Janning to throw it past the batter, Caitlin Terry. She's got great pitching stats, but she can hit as well. 252 career batting average. Nice stop behind the dish there by catcher Trinity Kuntz of West Texas A&M. Two home runs, 7 doubles, and 1 triple in Caitlin Terry's career. Gives that one a ride out into center field. Lisky will go back to the warning track and make a nice snag for out number 3. Good catch out in center by Emily Lisky. The Red Raiders do some work. They score a couple of runs, do a good job on the bases as well. So it's 3-0. We head to the top, bottom of the second on Flow College after these messages.
Profanity, racist, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Schaefer Park.
Lucas Kinsey with you here, along with our West Texas A&M Thunder Vision production team, bringing you this broadcast on Flow College. We're glad to have you with us, Texas Tech and West Texas A&M, in this exhibition game. And it's Texas Tech that has this early lead, 3-0. They scored a run in the top of the first. They add 2 more in the top of the second.
Leading off for the Lady Bucks, number 1, Emily Liska.
And so for West Texas A&M, they will try to get their bats going. Emily Liska to start it off, the 5'7" junior from Waterville, Ohio, last year all LSC. Also a second-team all-region player. Great athlete. Made a lot of really impressive plays defensively out in center field for WT. That one drops in the glove for a strike. Good stuff early on from Caitlin Terry, not allowing much at all. Only 1 base hit. That was given up to Bella Holland. And this guy will lay off that one. Count evens at 1-1. Maybe just a little low. That was close. So make it 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Emily Liska. Big swing, but she missed. So Terry doing good work here. Again, you look at last year for Texas Tech, and it was Nyjah Kennedy with reason that got a lot of attention, the National Pitcher of the Year. Just a tremendous player for Texas Tech. But after that season ended, as that's going to be a strikeout, Liska will still run down to first, but 1 away on that strikeout from Caitlin Terry. You finished the season, and if you're a Red Raiders fan, you wondered, as I mean, once in a generation type of player that Kennedy is, did they need a little more depth? Did they need another pitcher that they could throw and add depth to keep Kennedy fresh? And that certainly is something that they have now this year with the addition of Caitlin Terry. You look at the roster, other pitchers listed: Desiree Spearman, a transfer from New Mexico State; Mally West, a true freshman; Samantha Lincoln, sophomore; and also Timber Hensley, a true freshman from Durant, Oklahoma. This is Heaven Moreno, the shortstop for West Texas A&M, with nobody on, 1 out. Down 0-2, chops it over to the shortstop, beautifully handled. Just drifting over and taking that one was Haley Toney. 6-3 put out, and there are quickly 2 away as Texas Tech does good defensive work to get 2 quick outs. Brings up Brooke Janning, the pitcher, to start off the day here for WT. And Janning, left-handed batter. Last year playing at Blair High School in Blair, Nebraska. Had an impressive .495 batting average. It's crazy to think these youngsters, competing at that level, and then you start your college career and get a chance to take on the national runner-up in the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Just a cool opportunity for these young ladies today. That one was low and away, and the batter still chases. Terry does a good job. She's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one is a punch out. Batter frozen. Give Terry the strikeout and a quick 3 outs in the inning for Texas Tech. They do great job defensively, shut the door, and we quickly moved to the top of the third inning with the score. The Red Raiders leading the Lady Buffs 3-0 here from Schaefer Park. Back after these messages on Flow College.
Leading off for the Red Raiders, number 8, Desiree Spearman.
Back here at Schaefer Park, the fans enjoying this exhibition college softball game. Over 1,500 fans expected to be in attendance today. Leading off for the Red Raiders here in the top half of the third inning, this is Desiree Spearman. She'll watch the first pitch, off-speed drop in for strike one from Brooke Jannings. Spearman, 5'8" junior out of El Paso, Texas, transfers over from New Mexico State. Goes from Aggie to Red Raider and hits this pitch high in the air, back and off the glove of the center fielder. It's going to be a home run. Wow. A great effort from Emily Liskey, but it went right off the top of the glove, and the first dinger of the day. There you go, Desiree Spearman. Make it 4-0 Texas Tech. And she did not waste any time swinging at that pitch. Got it up in the jet stream today. The wind blowing right now for the moment straight out to center field. Now the crowd trying to let everybody know, here comes a foul ball. Temperature 88 degrees right now, and the wind up a little bit, 16 miles out of the south. This is Maya Davis, team leader in hits a year ago with 93, squared up for a second and pulled the bat back. It was out of the zone, so it's 1-1. Davis, one of the seniors on this team. There's several seniors mixed in with some juniors and underclassmen, but Davis, one of the leaders, and certainly you got that combination for Texas Tech as she rips this one base hit down into left field. So a single for Davis. She's on. It'll bring up her teammate Mia Williams. With Coach Glasgow, one of the things he was talking about was we had all these returners, Davis being one of them. And he said, they spent all last year getting comfortable and obviously going on that spectacular run to the national title game. So those young ladies, they all know each other, but you got to mix in these new transfers and get everybody on the same page. First pitch swung at and fouled straight down by Mia Williams. She's one of the new ones coming over from Florida, and a talented second baseman. It's not just in the sport of softball, really, you name it. That's the age we're in right now with the transfer portal. Get your glove out. That one's coming down and foul behind the netting. And that young lady did not want any part of that foul ball. If you don't have your glove, it can kind of sting a little bit on the hand, so she stayed away from it. May get a few jeers from the crowd there, but it's 0-2. The pitch from Janning, and this one's going to be in between left and right field, a base hit. It will send the runner all the way home. Look at the speed shown from Davis as she scores all the way from first base. Green light. Make it 5-0 Texas Tech and give a RBI double to the batter, Mia Williams. These base hits, they've just been splattered all around, dropping in the gaps. A home run off the glove of the center fielder. And Texas Tech offensively getting the job done now. They lead 5-0. Williams is standing on second base. And the batter is number 6, Taylor Pannell. Good eye on the first one. Pitch outside for ball 1. Pannell, all SEC first team selection last year with the University of Tennessee. It's a good pitch in from Brooke Janning for strike 1. Hard hit, gets past the shortstop. That's going to drive in a run. Williams scores from second base, give an RBI to Pannell, and give Texas Tech its 6th run of the game. They're starting to get comfortable here in the batter's box, just waiting on the pitches that the batters want. And hard contact, really a lot of these hits, not anything that the defenders can do from West Texas A&M, just dropping in, making sure you get underneath it and get the ball thrown in as soon as you can. Big swing, monster swing that time from Alana Johnson. She wanted every bit of that one, and she missed. No outs. 0-1 count. That'll drift foul down the third base side. Alana already an RBI today. The 5'8" senior from Summit, Mississippi. Spent her first 2 seasons at the University of Washington before transferring to Texas Tech. That one gets away from the catcher, so scooting on down is Taylor Pannell. She takes second base. And there's that runner in scoring position now for Alana Johnson with a 1-2 count, no outs. Teammate standing on second base. Some power off the bat there, but a little early, and so she yanks that one foul. This West Texas A&M team, 56-8 record a season ago. Won the regular season Lone Star Conference Championship and made it 1 win away from reaching the College World Series, knocked out by eventual champion UT Tyler. That pitch drifts away from Johnson. Good eye, she stays in there. Now the count goes to 2-2. But the challenge for the Lady Buffs, no doubt this year, was going to be replacing pitching. Emily Boyer gone. Heidi Vortherms graduated. She's on the coaching staff now. Had a freshman last year, Kendall Solitsky. She's no longer with the Lady Buffs. That one a lollipop out to left field that is handled. Nice job out there by Bella Holland to come up and retire the first Texas Tech Red Raider here in the top of the third inning. So much needed one out. Trying to lay down the bunt and use that speed is Logan Holloman. And she almost did so. You got Panel standing on second base. And that is one thing, you know, Texas Tech is very similar with West Texas A&M in terms of their base running style. Very aggressive. Lots of small ball. At least last year it was for the Red Raiders. They may be using the long ball a little bit more this year with some of their new players that they have brought in. But Coach Glasgow, very similar to head coach Michael Mook for the Lady Buffs in that they'll lay down a bunt, they'll try to advance runners, and it's not always just with the players that you expect it from. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Janning, and she got Holloman to go. The throw went down to third base, but Abby Howe wasn't ready for it. No one was ready for it, and so that allows for Panel to score off of a defensive mistake there by the Lady Buffs. So make it a touchdown lead, 7-0 for the Red Raiders. First, that pitch there fouled away. Holloman stays alive. Nobody on now with one out in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Brooke Janning, 5'5" freshman pitcher. Good contact. Lisky has a beat on it, comes up, makes the catch easily for out number 2. Good work there from Emily.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 32, Haley Toney.
So back up is Haley Toney, shortstop for Texas Tech. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it out into left field, back, and that one's a souvenir. Home run for Haley Toney. Second home run of the day for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. First of the day for Toney. Now you're only if you're Texas Tech, you're getting everything you want early on here from this lineup. They've hit hard ground balls. They've hit 2 long balls. They've had good base running. A good start here for Jerry Glasgow's team. First pitch. Poked out to left field by Jackie Liss, and this time Holland was there to make the catch, and the Lady Buffs get out of the inning. That was a rough one there for defensively for the Lady Buffs. Texas Tech showing off their guns, literally and figuratively. 8-0 is the lead after they score 5 in the third. We'll take a timeout, come back. Lady Buffs up to bat, see if they can get things going in the bottom of the third inning here on Flo College. The Red Raiders and the Lady Buffs hooking up today in an exhibition game so far. Texas Tech, they are getting the job done at the plate. A run in the first inning, 2 more in the second, and then they really caught fire in the third, scoring 5 runs. Had 2 home runs. That first pitch from Terry inside, and the batter went around. Strike to Maya Chacon, leadoff hitter for the Lady Buffs. Haley Toney, the most recent Texas Tech Red Raider, to blast off, hit one out of the yard. The other was Desiree Spearman. And a lot of softball fans out here today checking out these 2 programs, and that's a strikeout for Caitlin Terry. If you're watching the Red Raiders closely, and you know, you say, hey, we wanted to see Nyjah Kennedy today, and that isn't going to happen. They're going to play it safe with her and not risk an injury or anything in the off season. But you're getting a chance to see Caitlin Terry, and she looks very impressive. Number 55 in the circle. Several strikeouts. We don't have the live stats today, so can't give you the exact numbers, but she has struck out several Lady Buffs and has good stuff working. Fastball, good location, some off-speed pitching as well, and again has just not given up much at all. The 1 hit for the Lady Buffs in the first inning off the bat of Bella Holland. That's been it. Throws that one past the next batter, Avery Cannon, the sophomore from Frisco, Texas. A good freshman campaign for her last year for the Lady Buffs. Cannon, 12 home runs, was a 3rd team All-LSC selection. Lays off of that pitch out of the zone. Good contact there, but a little late on the swing, so it's fouled away. Yeah, we have fans sitting in the stands here behind the netting, behind home plate. We have fans standing on the side around each dugout. There's another strikeout fastball that drifts out of the zone, but it fooled the batter. And so Terry, back-to-back Ks. Have fans out in the outfield. Obviously, they got an up-close look at that last home run from Haley Toney. But a good crowd on hand for this exhibition game. The catcher, Trinity Kuntz, is the next batter to come up, and that one's upstairs and in for a ball. Kuntz was one of 2 catchers the Lady Buffs used last year. The other, Lauren Granger, and she transferred on, moved on from West Texas A&M to UT Tyler. So Kuntz should get a chance to be the main player behind the dish this year. Good eye, she's ahead, way ahead in the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Last year, Kuntz hit .323, had 30 hits on the season, 23 runs batted in, had 12 doubles. Good pitch right down the middle for a strike. So Terry going to try to battle back here after sitting the first 2 batters down with strikeouts in this bottom of the 3rd. Kuntz with that batting glove. Oh, hits it hard right back at Terry, but Terry doesn't even flinch. Kind of deflects off of her face guard there, and she stays with the ball, makes the put out 1-3 to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lady Buffs still trying to get on the board, and it's Texas Tech leading 8-0 as we move to the 4th inning here from Schaefer Park.
pitcher for West Texas A&M, number 21, Ava Sharp.
Back here at Schaefer Park, a change of pitchers for West Texas A&M. It's going to be freshman number 21, Ava Sharp. Number 21, a 5'8" freshman from Amarillo, just down the road, River Road High School. And to lead it off for the Red Raiders in the top of the fourth, number 11, Lauren Allred. Allred, last year, 63 starts over at first base, junior from Texarkana. Second team All Big 12 and led the team in RBI with 54. First pitch up for a ball. So this is one of several freshmen on the team recruited in for the Lady Buffs this season from Coach Mook. And Ava Sharp had a really solid career over at River Road. Had a chance to visit with her high school coach before the game, Britt Morris. Pitch to Allred is low and away, so struggling to find the zone early on is the freshman pitcher. 3-0 count here to Allred. She'll be patient. That one did not find the zone either, and so it's a walk. I believe the first walk of the game for either team, but Allred leads it off with a trot down to first base, and back up to bat is catcher Lagi Karoga. Saw her drive a run in last time. She was up to bat. Also saw her slide in safely under a tag at third base and show off some dancing skills in celebration. First pitch is just high. Last year, freshman pitcher Ava Sharp helped her team go 4 rounds deep in the UIL playoffs before they were defeated by Iowa Park. It's a good response there, able to get one past Karoga. Lauren Allred, the base runner over at first. The 1-1 pitch to Karoga. It's inside. The throw down to second over the head of Moreno. So it's a stolen base for Lauren Allred. The fans were so excited about this one today, they were tailgating before we started. And it was early too. I'm talking an hour and a half before the first pitch. Told you people love their softball here in the Texas Panhandle and certainly in the South Plains. Good pitch to even the count at 2-2. You can hear a lot of the crowd cheering on Ava Sharp, local product. Quiroga goes down low, chops it out to center field. Liskai, good range, makes the catch, throws to third base. The runner already is safe. So she tags up, gets over to third, even closer to home plate. The Lady Buffs collecting out. Good job out in center again by Emily Liskai, making her presence felt out there defensively. This is Michaela Garcia. Already a base hit today for her. Oh, and make it a second one. Hit it right out into shallow center field, an RBI. Little knock out to the outfield to score Allred. And it is now 9-0 Texas Tech.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 55, Caitlin Terry.
Back up to bat is Caitlin Terry, who has been dominating in the circle today. She'll take the first pitch from Sharp down low for ball one. That'll go back foul. So Terry getting the opportunity today to take the ball and obviously show off what she can do with her pitching skills, but also at the plate. And that one's down to Colburn, makes the nice snag at first base and does the right thing, collects the out, stepping on the bag to get the second out of the inning.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 8, Desiree Spearman.
Last time this young lady was up, Desiree Spearman, she hit a bomb out in center field. Liskai, the center fielder, gave chase right at the wall and nearly made a great grab. It went off the top of her glove and over the fence for a solo home run. Right now, 2 outs, a runner on second base, and Spearman would like to do some more damage. Good pitch from Sharp to get ahead. No balls, 1 strike. Sharp trying to find that zone, but just a little high, so it's 2-1 now. That one's foul, went straight down off the foot of Spearman. So we'll see 2s across the scoreboard with Michaela Garcia standing at second base, and the Lady Buffs hoping to get out of this inning, only seeing 1 run come across for Texas Tech. They'll come over and check on Spearman and also give a little bit of strategy. a play from Abby Howell. Over at the hot corner, Kuroga nearly got a screamer out into left field. It most likely would have scored a run, but instead Abby Howell plays great defense and makes the catch to get the Lady Buffs out of the inning. 1 run still comes across for Texas Tech. It's 9-0. We move to the bottom of the 4th here from Schaefer Park. You're watching college softball here on Flo College. New pitcher for the Red Raiders. It was a great outing by Caitlin Terry, number 55. Only surrendered 1 hit to West Texas A&M, so she's going to hand off to the next pitcher, Desiree Spearman. Spearman already a home run offensively today, and now she'll take the circle, the transfer from New Mexico State. Look at her numbers last year. All-Region first-team selection in 2025. All-Conference USA first team. We'll see what she's got in the circle. Faces Reagan Walter, number 16, getting a chance here for the first time today, the sophomore out of Estevan, Saskatchewan. That's a good pitch from Desiree Spearman. Drops it in the bucket, evens the count at 1-1. Thought about it, but stayed back. Yeah, they checked the first base side umpire, and he says she did not go around. So a good count here for Reagan Walter. Lady Buffs will take a base runner any way they can get it, as Caitlin Terry pretty much was in control and not allowing base runners. That pitch comes inside and catches the corner for a strike. So now it's 3-1. Oh boy. Pulled the string early. That was a pitch that fooled the batter for sure. Walter last year did not get her much opportunity. But she's hoping to make an impact this year in her sophomore season. Spearman, after getting down 3-0, she's battled back, and now it's a full count. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air. Who's going to take it? 3 players out there, and in the end, it's the left fielder that Is able to make the grab.
Now batting for the Lady Bucks, number 5, Jordan De Los Santos.
And that is number 7, Logan Holloman, that's out there right now making the play for Texas Tech defensively. Next batter up is Jordan De Los Santos. And the 1-1 pitch coming from Desiree Spearman. Again, she likes the off-speed pitch. Just wicked there. As De Los Santos kind of almost took a step back and then slowly watched that pitch go into the glove for strike 2. Comes back with that slow off-speed, the previous pitch. Now some heat for the strikeout, and there are 2 outs in the inning. Nice pitching from Desiree Spearman. And you know who would obviously love to be out there right now, I would assuming, is Nyjah Kennedy, but she's got to be watching her teammates right now and saying, hey, I've got some help. Some good pitching on display by Texas Tech today. First from Terry and now from Spearman. The next batter for the Lady Buffs will be Bella Holland, the freshman left fielder. That's the only base hit of the game for WT today. Good contact, and that's fair. Off the wall, out in left field. Holland's got to hurry, slides in with a 2-out double. Great job. 2 hits today for the freshman from Farmersville, Texas.
Now batting for the Lady Bucks, number 22, Abby Powell.
She stayed back on the off-speed, had seen Spearman throw several of those pitches already with success. And Holland was patient and then pounced. Next up is Abby Howe. Love to see Abby get going. She's got good power, good offensive numbers last year as a freshman, and already a good defensive play over at third base. Made a great catch on a line drive contact from Olagi Karoga. Hal thought that pitch was too far inside, didn't swing. It was called strike 1. Off speed, dropped it in again for strike 2. So now a lot of stuff that Spearman can come back with. Two outs, 1-2 pitch. Howe gives this ball a ride. It's back, it is gone. 2-run home run for Abby Howe. And the Lady Buffs, for the first time today, see that scoreboard change numbers. It's now 9-2. Great hit from Howe. And that came with 2 outs. There was some pressure there on Abby Howe. Needed to get that one. crowd, they'd been waiting. They were ready to erupt there and cheer on the Lady Buffs with some offense. Pitch a little low there to the next batter, Cadence Colburn. So she's ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. You know, with the first pitcher for Texas Tech, Caitlin Terry, she was throwing a lot of smoke. I mean, a little bit of off speed, but a lot of fastball, a lot of rise ball that Lady Buffs were having a hard time, especially with her location. With this pitcher, Desiree Spearman, it is nasty in terms of the movement off of her pitches. Very difficult for the batters to track. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Colburn. Hit hard up the middle. Second baseman not able to make the play in time. Good hustle by Mia Williams, but it's a base hit for Cadence Colburn. And the Lady Buffs have some momentum here in the bottom of the 4th, seeing a 2-run home run from Abby Howe. It started off with a base hit by Bella Holland, her second of the game. And then now a 2-out single by Colburn. Fastball in for a strike to Liskai. That one's away. So a good eye from Emily. Liskai, talented defensive player, but last year her offensive production picked up. 58 hits, 34 RBI. She had 11 home runs. Makes good contact there, but it's going to go foul down the third base side. She also had 7 doubles and 5 triples. So really developing as a player that was recruited to West Texas A&M and now in her junior season. Swing and a miss, got Liskai to strike out, and that will end the inning. Good job by Spearman after giving up the 2-run home run to come back and get the Red Raiders out of the inning. The Lady Buffs score 2 runs off the bat of Abby Howe, and it is now 9-2. We'll move to the 5th inning. Texas Tech at the plate when we return here from Schaefer Park.
For the Red Raiders, number 42, Maya Davis.
We start the top half of the 5th inning from Schaefer Park. Maya Davis leads it off for Texas Tech. Senior from Lovelady, already a good performance today. She takes a check swing. That's going to be called a strike. She'll go around enough for that to make the count 0-1, leading off for the Red Raiders, and continuing to work in the circle is pitcher Ava Sharp, freshman from Amarillo, River Road High School. Oh, they're throwing hot dogs up into the stands. Watch out. I've got the window open, so she can get one, toss one high enough up here. I'll get one from my producer, Josh Mangum. He's working hard. They might not be able to get it up here. All right, the 1-1 count now to Maya Davis. That one's foul. A lot of fun out here today at Schaefer Park. Fans showing up and supporting both these talented programs. And it's only October. I mean, it tells you how much excitement there is for college softball when this many people are going to show up for an exhibition game in early October. That's a good play for the Lady Buffs. Jordan De Los Santos comes over, quick 4-3 put out there from the second base. And it brings up the next batter, Mia Williams. Again, trades in the blue and orange down in Gainesville for the red and black in Lubbock, Texas. After a great All-American season last year for Florida, comes over and has a chance to be a great second baseman, offensive force for Texas Tech this year. 1-0 pitch from Sharp. Good job there. She settled in nicely. Was a little nervous, you could tell, when she came in, and a few of her first pitches were way out of the zone, but she is doing a nice job here and throwing some good stuff. We've had 3 total home runs in this game today. A couple from the Red Raiders and one from West Texas A&M. For Texas Tech, Desiree Spearman and Haley Toney have each taken one out of the yard, and then Abby Howe in the bottom of the 4th got the Lady Buffs on the board. That's a great pitch and a strikeout. That'll give you some confidence if you're Ava Sharp. You just struck out a Division I All-American and a young lady that's going to probably have a tremendous season for the Red Raiders. But that's a great pitch and a second out in the inning for the Lady Buffs. Good start defensively. Top half of the 5th with Texas Tech leading 9-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch just missed a little high to number 6, Taylor Panel. And another pitch that does not find the zone, so it's 2-0. Good hitters count now for a Panel. All right, 3-0. That one's low, so see if Panel is taking this next pitch. Good one. Got in there for strike 1. So now Panel will be ready, and if you're Sharp, you got to be careful with this pitch. Good contact, but that one's going foul out toward the Lady Buffs bullpen. So the count runs full, 2 outs, nobody on. And Ava Sharp gonna dig in and try to collect an out. This ball hit hard out to left field, off the wall, nearly a home run, going for 2 and sliding in with the 2-out double is Taylor Panel. She gave that one a ride, and again, it nearly left the yard.
Now batting for the Red Raiders, number 21, Alana Johnson.
So you made it past the 3-hitter. And you get the cleanup, number 21, Alana Johnson. Tough play for Moreno, and it's not going to get there in time, so a single for Johnson. Got it far enough in the hole. Twisting throw from Heaven Moreno, good effort, but not in time. So 2-out rally going here for the Red Raiders as they have runners on the corners, and Coach Mook going to come out, and we'll see if we have a pitching change or if he's going to talk to his defense here. With the score 9-2, Texas Tech leading. Lady Buffs trying to get out of an inning defensively. It would be the first inning if they could do it without surrendering a run, where they have not let Texas Tech score. For the Red Raiders, they have gone 1 run in the top of the first, 2 in the second, 5 runs in the third, big inning there, and then they scored 1 run in the top of the fourth. So a little conversation from Coach Mook with his defense. See what they want to do with the next batter, Logan Halleman. Halleman, the 5'5" junior from Flower Mound. First pitch is a good one from Sharp for a strike. Squares up, runner starts to take off to second base and then retreats, does Alana Johnson. So now Holloman steps back in, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Would be huge for West Texas A&M if they could get out. Pitch drifts out of the zone. Again, the 2 pitchers that we've seen for West Texas A&M today, true freshmen. Both these young ladies facing off against the national runner-up from a year ago in Division I. Yeah, runner will take off. Trinity Kuntz shows off her arm there from the catcher position, but it was too late. Johnson slid in safely at second. 3 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Logan Holloman. That's going to get through, going to score at least 1. Johnson goes around. It'll be a 2 RBI single for Holloman. And Texas Tech in double digits now. They lead 11-2.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 32, Haley Toney.
Feels like Haley Toney has been up to bat a lot today. The sophomore sensation shortstop for the Red Raiders. Been making a lot of good plays, both with the glove and the bat. She'll take the first pitch high from Sharp for a ball. That one got away from the pitcher, took a couple of bounces on the turf before Kuntz secured it. And by that time, long gone was Holloman. Again, Lady Buffs have 2 outs, but they're trying to come back after giving up the 2 runs off the base hit. Just not a weakness offensively with this Texas Tech lineup. Sharp still not finding the zone there, so it's 3-0 the count to the batter, Haley Toney. Good pitch. Sharp comes back, throws one past the batter as Toney was swinging. That'll send Toney down to first base. Second walk surrendered. This is where Coach Mook wants to see his freshman pitcher, Ava Sharp, dig deep and get out of this inning. It was a good start. Hadn't surrendered any runs, and they had gotten 2 outs. Runners on first and second base, 2 outs. The count 1-0 to the batter, Jackie Liss. Liss from Newburgh, Indiana, a senior. And she transfers to Texas Tech from Southern Illinois, a Saluki last year. Good contact out into center. This guy makes the catch for out number 3. She was coming over, and the way she was kind of shielding up to her sunglasses, you hoped, nope, that she did not lose the ball, but this guy makes another good play, and the Lady Buffs get out of the inning. Texas Tech gets 2 runs. Nice job by Logan Holloman to get a base hit and score a couple for the Red Raiders. It's 11-2. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Back after these messages. We will have our 3rd pitcher for Texas Tech. Actually, no, they're going to stay with Spearman. Sorry about that. Thought we had changed. So it is still Desiree Spearman, number 8, the junior from El Paso. That's in the circle. West Texas A&M will lead off with Heaven Moreno, the shortstop. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, 11-2. Texas Tech leads in this exhibition game. We had it announced from Brett Seals, our sports information director. Here at WT, the attendance, official attendance, 1,237. Loud and proud today. Whether they're wearing maroon and white or whether it's black and red. Good pitch from Spearman, a fastball spinning in for strike 1. Again, Moreno, 2 years ago, played second base, then last year made the transition to shortstop, taking over for Madison Johnson, and started 64 times last year for the Lady Buffs. For her career, 122 career starts. Good job by Moreno. A lot of batters have not been able to hang in and be as patient there on that changeup. At that time dropped in a little too low. So count runs 2-1. Fastball low and in. 3-1. And that'll be a walk drawn there. Heaven Moreno. Leadoff walk, trots down to first base. Brooke Janning will come up next for WT. She started the day out in the circle pitching for the Lady Buffs. And the freshman from Blair, Nebraska, good opportunity with no outs and a runner on. Saw Loggy Kuroga hop up quickly there and look down to Heaven Moreno and say, do you want to take off? I'll throw it down to second base. Little challenge. Nice job trying to frame it, but that pitch was low, so it's 2 balls, no strikes. And that one does find the zone. Ripped in for strike 1. Good contact, but this one a chance for a double play. They got it. 4-6-3, and Texas Tech has showed off their offense quite a bit today. That time it's the defense.
Previous plays under review.
All right, we'll have a challenge. Coach Mook will have the umpires look at that last play, make sure that it wasn't out at first base. So we'll take a little bit of a timeout here while the umpires go in and look at it. As it stands, there's 2 outs. Texas Tech up here in the bottom of the 5th, 11-2. We're back after this timeout. Back here at Schaefer Park, the umpire's taking a good long look at that last play, trying to make sure that the double play was turned. And they, for the second time today, look at a replay and determine, hey, we got it right the first time. So it's a double play turned by the Red Raiders, 2 outs, nobody on. And West Texas A&M sends Maya Chacon up next. Pitch from Spearman drifts outside the zone. Chacon, 5'4" junior, originally from 29 Palms, California, a transfer over from Regis University, last year playing for the Regis Rangers, where she started 50 games. She hit .370, had 82 hits, was an all Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference performer. Good stuff there from the pitcher, Desiree Spearman. So now it's 2-2. That one, the umpire quickly calls foul off the leg and then out into play. Staying alive is Chacon. Spearman tried to come back in with a fastball and she missed low, so the count runs full. Chacon, give her credit, she's battling in there. Still battling. Yeah, 2-2, excuse me. Is that right? I thought it was 3-2. Scoreboard shows 2, but it is. There you go. Thank you, sir. Home plate umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Spearman checks the wristband. It's been a really fun weekend for West Texas A&M Athletics, homecoming weekend. WT actually started with Thursday having a soccer match over at the old football stadium, Kimbrough Memorial Stadium, as it was previously referred to. That pitch outside, Chacon hangs in there and draws a 2-out walk. So the soccer team played Thursday, broke an attendance record for West Texas A&M women's soccer. Then on Friday, we had Lady Buff volleyball. They were able to get a sweep victory against Dallas Baptist. Saturday, all the homecoming activities, festivities, the parade, a volleyball match with Texas Women's that the Lady Buffs won in 4 sets. And then it capped off last night with a 56-7 homecoming football victory for West Texas A&M against Lone Star Conference opponent Sul Ross State. And so we finished the weekend here today with Texas Tech and West Texas A&M in an exhibition softball game. This is Avery Cannon. 1-1 count, swings and misses. close, but just missing. So back to that 2-2 count. And she gets her on the low off-speed pitch for a strikeout. Third out of the inning. Great job there by Texas Tech to get out of the inning. One runner stranded for the Lady Buffs. And the score stays 11-2. And we'll move to the 6th inning. You're watching West Texas A&M and Texas Tech here on Flo College. Back here at Schaefer Park, Lucas Kinsey with you alongside our Thunder Vision production team. Texas Tech, West Texas A&M. And it is the Red Raiders that lead by 9 runs right now as we start the top of the 6th inning. We have a change, it looks like, at the catcher position. Ava Sharp will continue to pitch. I think we're having a change, not sure. It looks like Landry Holcomb was out there. The freshman from Amarillo, is she going to catch now? She is. Great high school career for the Randall Lady Raiders. And Landry now gets her first chance to show the home fans at West Texas A&M what she can do behind the dish. Lauren Allred, last year a second team All Big 12 selection. She's had a good performance today. Slaps one over to second base. And it's handled easily. Good job over there by Jordan De Los Santos to get a quick out for the Lady Buffs.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 4, Quiroga.
Lagi Quiroga, the catcher, next up for Texas Tech. And she's been fun to watch today. Good player. Fastball outside. Sharp thought she caught the corner, did not. Powerful swing there. It's fouled away. Quiroga went down to her knee. Trying to get everything into that one. But now she's behind in the count 1-2. Sharp trying to throw something off speed. Caroga was not fooled. Screamer out to left field past Abby Howe. Good effort from the third baseman, but again, Lagi Caroga, she got that bat, and it truly is a weapon when she steps into the box. Stayed back, good quick hands, and we're going to have a pinch runner. Holloman will come out and run for the catcher. Nice job from Sharp. She's battling, now working against Michaela Garcia, number 3. She's got a couple of really nice base hits today and an RBI as well. That got past the catcher Holcomb, so Hallman easily will advance over to second. Hurry and charging, but kind of bobbling that ball. Not able to make the play was De Los Santos, so Garcia is safe at first. Now there's runners on the corners, first and third. And it's back to Caitlin Terry, number 55, who'll come up with 1 out and 1 runner in scoring position for the Red Raiders. Fans thought that one could have been a strike, but it was not. 2 balls, 1 strike to Terry. Terry started out pitching today for Texas Tech. The transfer from UCLA was dominant in the circle. She's going to swing and punch this one out into shallow center, and it drops. Moreno had basically relinquished that one to the outfielder, but playing very deep was Briley Daniels, the new center fielder, and so she could not catch up to that ball. It drops, it scores a runner, and Texas Tech ups its lead now 12-2. And that runner that scored was Holloman, she was the pinch runner for Lagi Caroga. 1 out, runners at first and second. And Desiree Spearman is the next batter. That one is just foul, very close. It goes out into left field where we have a new left fielder as well, Kendall Luna de la Fuente, the sophomore from San Diego. She's in the left Also, to complete the change out in the outfield, a new right fielder. That's number 11, Lily Mulder, sophomore from Amherstburg, Ontario. Count 1-1, 1 out, runners at first and second. Ball hit high out in center field. Daniels tries to get underneath, makes the catch. Big throw to third. Runner is safe. So tagging and getting over to third was Michaela Garcia. That's a good play out in center from the freshman, Briley Daniels, out of Pampa, Texas. And now there are 2 outs. Runner goes, Holcomb throws, now the runner trying to get home, Garcia, she's safe. 13-2, runner safe down at third. So Texas Tech aggressive with their base running, and it pays off. Chopper to short. Moreno, nice job. Makes the 6-3 put out. And that gets the Lady Buffs out after the Red Raiders score 2 more runs. And their lead now is 13-2. We'll come back, start the bottom of the 6th inning from Schaefer Park, West Texas A&M and Texas Tech here on Flow College.
Now pitching for Texas Tech, number 22, Samantha Lincoln.
All right, we will have that pitching change now for Texas Tech. This will be Samantha Lincoln, a 6-foot sophomore pitcher out of Taunton, Massachusetts. So the lefty will take the ball, come in the circle with the Red Raiders up 13-2 over West Texas A&M here in the exhibition game from Schaefer Park. Hope you're enjoying it from wherever you're watching today. And a lot of good things for both these teams to be excited about when the springtime rolls around. Texas Tech had a taste of championship softball, made it to the College World Series last year, where they beat Mississippi, they beat UCLA, they beat out Oklahoma, and then in the championship series, took the first game from Texas, lost the second, and then lost the third game to the champion, the Longhorns, and so they want to get back. And head coach Jerry Glasgow feels like he's got a team that can do just that. They've been very impressive today, both with their pitching, their defense, and also the offense. They just, every player that comes up to bat seems like a player that can score runs, can generate runs in lots of different ways, and good base running as well. It'll be difficult to beat Texas Tech in the Division One ranks this season. Here's Trinity Kuntz, catcher for the Lady Buffs. I was mentioning earlier her batting glove, so she wears that brown leather batting glove that looks like the gloves that my grandpa used to wear out on the ranch. just displays the toughness and grit from the junior out of Derby, Kansas. Good eye there to watch that one. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Again, the new pitcher, Samantha Lincoln. And that will be a walk. Good start for the Lady Buffs. Kuntz heads down to first base, brings up Reagan Walter next.
Now batting for the Lady Buffs, number 16, Reagan Walter.
And a quick visit from the Texas Tech coaches to the defense. We're going to talk to the pitcher and also talk to the infield. Pinch runner for West Texas A&M. It's Briley Daniels, who made a nice play out in center field in the last inning. We'll see what West Texas A&M can do here. That one called a strike, much to the dismay of the West Texas A&M fans. That one Lincoln thought maybe did drop in for a strike, but it was low and away, ball 1. So pitcher Samantha Lincoln, 6 feet tall, left-handed pitcher. Last year made 27 appearances in the circle, 11 starts. Ended with a 3.50 ERA. Hey, that one goes through for Reagan Walter. Base hit for the Lady Buffs. And with no outs, there are 2 runners aboard.
Now batting for the Lady Buffs, number 31, Kendall Luna de la Fuente.
Last year on February 15th, Samantha Lincoln threw the 5th perfect game in Texas Tech program history against University of Massachusetts. Went 7 innings, 9 strikeouts. We'll have a pinch runner over at first. Walter will come out, and Bree Stokes down to first base. And the next batter is mighty Kendall Luna de la Fuente, standing 4 feet 11 inches tall. The sophomore outfielder, and she's quick bat. Good eye, got past the catcher. Runners advance. Daniels to third, Stokes to second. And that Buff Nation crowd, they're still in it. Two-one is the count. Don't be surprised if Luna de la Fuente tries to lay down a bunt. She's going to swing away. And the count is even, 2-2. Over to short. Red Raiders take the easy play. That scores a run, though. Luna de la Fuente will be credited with an RBI as she brings home Briley Daniels. Luna de la Fuente retired, and Bree Stokes moves over to third base. So with one out, the Lady Buffs score their third run this afternoon. And next up, freshman Landry Holcomb. 5'6" catcher, mentioned playing her high school softball for Randall High School. Catches the outside corner for strike one. Big swing. Fastball came inside on the hands though, and Lincoln gets ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Texas Tech up 13-3. Check down with the first base umpire, just barely holding off and not coming all the way around on that swing was Holcomb. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's low. So full count. Again, base runner at third is the pinch runner Bree Stokes. She's got some good speed. Holcomb can put it in play. Could score Stokes. She gets a base hit, it will. But Lincoln, having none of that, comes back with a big strikeout for out number 2.
Now batting number 11, Lily Mulder.
And so next is Lily Mulder. Lincoln's ahead 0-2. Got the fastball call on the inside part on the first pitch. Mulder fouls that one away, and so she's behind 0-2 with 2 outs. Don't want to leave Stokes stranded at third. Up in the air, and that's an easy play for Texas Tech to make. Second baseman comes up, makes the catch. Williams does, and that gets the Red Raiders out of the inning. That was actually Jackie Liss, that made that catch. So 1 run comes across for the Lady Buffs. They trail 13-3 and will move to the top of the 7th inning when we return to Schaefer Park after this timeout.
Pitching for West Texas A&M, number 18, Reagan Suture. Leading off for Texas Tech, number 1, Mia Williams.
Back here at Schaefer Park, and West Texas A&M going to start the top of the 7th inning with a pitching change. We will see Reagan Suture, 5'3" sophomore from Highland Village, Texas, a transfer over from Lone Star Conference opponent, Angelo State. Her first batter that she faces is Mia Williams. Suture made 18 appearances last year at Angelo. A pair of starts, went 2-1. And again for WT, that they recruited several pitchers, knowing they needed to replace the 4 that they lost last season. Mia Williams hit that one so hard it ricocheted off the glove of the new third baseman down there, which is number 12, Melanie Baldwin. She got in front of it, but wasn't able to hang on. So, leadoff base runner, Mia Williams. She's at first. And Taylor Panel will step up next. Also back at the catcher position now, again, is Trinity Kuntz. That'll get through, base hit for Panel, out to left field. And a solid start for the Red Raiders.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 21, Alana Johnson.
Pitch called a strike there for Suture. Ball hit out into center, giving chase, getting underneath. Daniels makes the catch, got to throw it in though, and she does. 1 out, runners tagged up. Or the runner at second tagged up. And so with 1 away, there are now base runners at first and third. Holloman lays down the bunt, squeeze, got a run in. Covering at third and not able to make the tag was Baldwin. So Texas Tech, sneaky there from Jerry Glasgow and his team executed that play to perfection.
For Texas Tech, number 32, Haley Tony.
Runner goes. Stolen base there for the Red Raiders. Haley Tony is the batter now for Texas Tech. Little dribbler to Suture. She'll just make sure and get the out over at first. It does score. Taylor Panel in for Texas Tech. They up the lead to 15-3 here in the top of the 7th. Normal softball rules, the game would have ended, obviously, but playing the exhibition today and wanting both sides to get lots of opportunities. batter, number 00, Jackie Liss. Uh-oh, that ball is up, and it is quickly out into the West Texas sky. Home run for Jackie Liss. Put some more runs on the board for the Red Raiders. 2-run bomb. It is 17-3, Texas Tech. That is one of those home runs you didn't even have to see. You just heard the smack off the bat and had a pretty good idea that that one had a chance to be a home run, and it was for Jackie Liss. Texas Tech scored 5 runs in the top of the third. They have scored 4 here. Heaven Moreno, good play from shortstop. Shows off her range, stabs that ball, and then throws down to first base in time. 6-3 put out. 4 runs come across the board. A monster home run from Jackie Liss. And we move to the bottom of the 7th with the Red Raiders up 17-3 over West Texas A&M. A fun Sunday afternoon for the college softball fans that have made their way out to Schaefer Park. Seeing Texas Tech and West Texas A&M hook up here in the exhibition game. Texas Tech not disappointing with their bats. 17 runs that they've put up today. A 5 spot in the top of the third. 4 runs come across in the top of the 7th. They lead by 2 touchdowns here. Keep the football theme going on Sunday afternoon. This is Melanie Baldwin, number 12, who had come in to play at third base in the last inning for the Lady Buffs. She gets a chance at the plate and watches the first pitch for ball 1 out of the zone from Red Raiders pitcher Samantha Lincoln. Again, low. So 2-0. Baldwin out of Whitesboro, Texas. Redshirted last year for WT. That one caught the outside corner for strike 1. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Baldwin. Good contact, but that's scooped up easily. Good play for the Red Raiders to get the 5-3 put out. Credit the second baseman, Mia Williams. She's been really good today over at her position. Next up is Bree Stokes.
Now batting for West Texas, number 6, Stokes.
Bree, a sophomore from Little Elm, came in last year as a pinch runner and got a lot of work. Appeared in 50 games, hit .320 in 25 plate appearances, scoring 26 runs. Had 8 stolen bases. Impressive. Chopper, third baseman right there, knew you had to hurry with the speed of Stokes, and credit Taylor Panel for pouncing on that ball and doing a good job. 5-3 put out. 2 outs quickly here in the top half of the 7th. And next for the Lady Buffs, Briley Daniels. Briley, a multi-sport athlete at Pampa High School. Takes a big swing there, but she's behind 0-2. Yeah, we've seen lots of players for WT from local high schools in the area, Briley being one of them from Pampa, and there's a lot of talent here in the Texas Panhandle. Some of the on the roster for the Lady Buffs: Randall, Pampa, River Road, Borger, Bushland, all schools represented. Canyon High School as well. That'll be a strikeout. Lincoln able to throw it past Briley Daniels, and that is out number 3. So a quick inning there as Lincoln does good work in the circle. Defense behind her solid as well, and Texas Tech will take the 17-3 lead into the 8th inning when we return here to Schaefer Park right after these messages on Flow College.
Leading off for Texas Tech, number 4, Lagi Kuroda.
All right, back here at Schaefer Park, top of the 8th. Texas Tech back to bat, and Lagi Kuroga settles in. We've seen her do it all today. The transfer from California. She watches the first pitch from Reagan Suture, pitcher for WT, into the zone. Starting to get some cloud cover here, and that's helping. It's been pretty warm today at Schaefer Park. We're not in fall temperatures yet by any stretch. Started the day and it was upper 80s. We're still there. Clouds just helping out a little bit. Wind at 17 miles an hour, so still a little breezy. Count 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Kuroga. Good pitch, spun in for a strike. Quiroga was ready to stroll down to first base. Got some instructions from Tara Archibald, the assistant coach. She hits this one high in the air, out to right field. And Mulder will come up, make the catch. One away.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 3, Michaela Garcia.
Michaela Garcia steps up next. She's been tough to get out today. Good left-handed batter for the Red Raiders. Takes the first pitch, and it goes in and out of the glove of Moreno. So it's a base runner aboard here for Texas Tech.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 55, Caitlin Terry.
Terry's done a little bit of everything today. She was tremendous in the circle to start, went about 3 innings of work and looked really good. She's also been hitting, and then now that she's not pitching, she's playing over at first base. Terry will foul that one away. And the count will move to 2 balls, 1 strike. Hard hit to second, or to shortstop Moreno. Didn't even hesitate, didn't think about the double play, just went right through with her motion. Got it into the glove, secure, and threw down to first base to Cadence Colburn for the 6-3 put out in the second out of the inning.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 8, Desiree Spearman.
That one went underneath catcher Landry Holcomb, so Garcia moves down to third. And Desiree Spearman, who is the batter, good opportunity to bring in a run. 2 outs. The base runner standing at third. Good pitch from Suture. Needed that one down in the count, 2-0. Now it's 2-1. There's a good pitch from Suture to come back. Force this into a full count. This one out into the alley, and it gets down. Watch out there Cannon collides with Mulder. The base hit drops in, and it scores Michaela Garcia. Hopefully everybody's okay, as Mulder is a little slow to get up. But she's okay. Good effort from both her and Avery Cannon.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 42, Maya Davis.
Swing and a miss from the batter, Maya Davis. And Davis will get that one through. Daniels dove, was unable to get it though. That'll score Spearman, and it's a triple, RBI triple for Maya Davis.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 1, Mia Williams.
Next up, Mia Williams. She swings at the first pitch, starting to just tee off here in terms of with Reagan Sutra. These Texas Tech batters, they're not really being patient. First or second pitch, they're finding something they like. Daniels camps underneath, makes the catch for out number 3, and the Lady Buffs get out of the inning. But not before 2 more runs are plated in for Texas Tech. They lead 19-3. So we move to the bottom of the 8th here from Schaefer Park. Back with more college softball right after these messages. Red Raiders take the field defensively. We move to the bottom of the 8th, and West Texas A&M trying to get some more runs generated here. They've scored 3 runs today, 2 in the bottom of the 4th, and then 1 more run came across in the bottom of the 6th. It's not been a problem for the Red Raiders generating runs. They have scored at least 1 run in every inning. The 2 big innings, 5 in the 3rd and 4 in the 7th. I believe the home run total is at 4 right now. Again, we don't have live stats up today, but a lot of good numbers there for Texas Tech. This is Ava Sharp. We saw her pitch earlier. Now she's going to get a chance with the bat. Steps in the box to face Samantha Lincoln, who's now working into her 3rd inning. Came back in with a fastball that kind of made the batter have to jump back a little bit. 1-1. Got her with that pitch. Good start for Lincoln, a strikeout, and there's 1 away for the Red Raiders.
Now batting for WT, number 23, Emily Bridges.
This is a new batter as well, Emily Bridges, number 23, freshman out of Borger. And good hustle. Red Raiders. That's number 21 out in right field, Alana Johnson. Good range, comes up, makes a nice glove for out number 2. Lots of players getting in now for WT. Tessia Guzman. Tessia, the 5'2" sophomore, originally from Amarillo, played her high school ball for Amarillo High, but comes over from Midland College, transfer. Pitcher, and right now getting a chance to hit with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, probably shouldn't have swung there, but once she started, couldn't stop, and ends up behind now 0-2. Late swing and a strikeout again for Lincoln. Makes easy work of the Lady Buffs there in the bottom half of the 8th. No hits, no runs, no errors. And we'll move to the 9th inning. Texas Tech back at the plate when we return. They lead 19-3.
Leading off for Texas Tech, number 6, Taylor Panel.
Taylor Panel to lead it off for Texas Tech. Here at the top of the 9th inning in this exhibition game, the Red Raiders and the Lady Buffs. And Suture will continue to throw in the circle for West Texas A&M. This ball up and quickly out of here over the left field fence. Forget about it. Home run, Taylor Panel,
with the home run for Texas
to make it
Tech.
now 20 runs on the board for Texas Tech. Yeah, I said it in pregame, but you just look at this roster and there are no holes. With Jerry Glasgow, he's going to have, you know, the challenge will be, again, meshing everyone together and getting cohesiveness with returners and 7 transfers. But in terms of what these young ladies can do offensively with the bats, as we see right there, that one's smoked out in the alley between left and center. Good speed to slide in with a double for number 21, Alana Johnson.
Now batting for Texas Tech, number 7, Logan Holloman.
It's great bat speed and power. It's a good thing we will not see Texas Tech in the Lone Star Conference. They'll be in the Big 12. This one is a ball that's hit out of the left field. Good job coming up making the catch is Kendall Luna de la Fuente. This is one where both teams, most likely this year going to come back and have great seasons, but it is one where WT can take this challenge today, and it's a good thing for them to see this competition. The day ends and you say it was a fun outing, but we can still cheer on the Texas Tech Red Raiders in their season, and Texas Tech can say the same thing. And you hope that at the end of the season you've got two teams that are competing in the NCAA tournament, Division I and Division II. This is Haley Toney. She's ahead in the count, 3 balls, excuse me, and no strikes. That will drift foul. Uh-oh. You don't want to see that one. That got away from Suture, and Tony is going to still walk down to first base, but you heard the crowd groan, and that did not feel good at all. She walks it off, and we'll head to the dugout. They'll get a pinch runner. And haven't had, in fact, maybe that's the first hit by pitch we've had today for either side. So with one out, Texas Tech now sees runners at first and second. And Jackie Liss will step in next. Suture misses high, so it's now 3-0. Three-one delivery from Suture, inside ball 4. Take your base, Jackie Liss. So they've loaded it up. For Lauren Allred. Last year was good in these situations, 54 RBI. Slugging percentage of .603 last year. That led the Red Raiders. Allred out to left. That is fair, and that is a grand slam off the bat of Lauren Allred. Goodness. You know, it was high, it was hard, and the only question was it going to drift foul? It did not. Stayed fair. And another big home run this time, the grand slam fashion.
Now batting
And it is
for
24-3.
Texas Tech, Lagi Quiroga.
First pitch to Lagi Quiroga is upstairs. Well, this one from Quiroga, that's going to be out of here. That went all the way over the stands out in left field. Goodness. You know, it's interesting, last year as a team, Texas Tech, look at these numbers, as a team they hit 60 home runs as a team. Well, I mentioned the stat early when we started. The 7 transfers that they brought in hit a combined 105 home runs last season. They have some fireworks this year out at Rocky Johnson Field in Lubbock. Still just 1 out. A good pitch in there to Michaela Garcia for strike 1. Good pitch from Suture, comes back in, and that'll make the count 2-1. Suture thought she had that one. It's called just a little low, so 3-1 the count goes. Punched foul. So the count runs full, 3-2. Garcia takes first base. And next up, Caitlin Terry. Good pitch from Suture. So the Lady Buff pitchers we have seen today include Brooke Janning, she started it off, Ava Sharp, and now number 18, Reagan Suture. struggling to find the zone low and away, so it's 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Garcia stands on first base for Texas Tech, and Terry is now looking at hitter's count 3-1. Here comes the pitch. She'll swing and miss on it, foul it away. And again, fouled off. Umpire says, I need some more softballs. Texas Tech, that is down. Terry lines it out into right, and she'll have a double. Garcia moves over to third. Was going to mention Texas Tech will be in action next week. Next Sunday they'll take on Odessa College in an exhibition game. This is now number 8, Desiree Spearman. Loads up and delivers out to left. That'll score 2 runs, gets past the outfielder in left, and it is a 2 RBI double for Spearman.
Now batting number 42, Maya Davis.
We'll have a pitching change. We'll take a quick timeout while the pitcher warms up. Come back, Texas Tech still batting here, 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. We're back after these messages.
Logan Hallman pitching again for West Texas. Correction, Brooke Jennings.
At the pitching change, West Texas A&M will go back to Brooke Janning, who actually started the day out today for the Lady Buffs. So Janning, freshman out of Blair, Nebraska, in a first-team Super State pitcher from the Husker State, 31-9 record last year, 326 strikeouts. And she had some good stuff early on. I mean, did some good things in those first couple of innings. Red Raiders were looking at a 3-0 lead going into the third inning. That's when they exploded for 5 runs. Right now, they're sitting on 8 that they have scored here in this top half of the 9th inning. Count even 1-1 to the batter, Spearman. It's a good pitch in for strike 2. Janning, one of 7 freshmen on the roster this year for Michael Mook. Got her swinging. Big strikeout there for Janning to get the second out of the inning.
Number 1, Mia Williams.
And here comes Mia Williams, number 1, the second baseman. Close. Did that catch her? It did. By pitch, Williams goes down to first base.
Now batting number 6, Taylor Pennell.
Check with the first base coach and says, we're good. She's tough. She'll stay out here. It's Hunter Veach down there. So 2 outs, runners at first and second. And Taylor Pennell up to bat. The last time she was up, delivered with a blast, a home run, towering home run. This will be a chopper to short, and it got away from Moreno, so that'll score 1 run. As Spearman comes around, make it 28 on the board for Texas Tech here in the top of the 9th.
Now batting number 21, Alana Johnson.
That was a play that Moreno feels like she should have made. Runner kind of coming across in her vision, but popped off the glove. This one lifted out in left. Foul off the fence. I know Johnson's got power. I've seen her have several hits today. A lot of runs that she's generated scoring. That one may have been a little outside, but Lady Buffs will take it. Janning ahead in the count, 0-2 to Alana Johnson. Been a long top of the 9th inning as 9 runs have scored here for Texas Tech. Got her to hit it high in the air, and this time Moreno will get underneath and make the catch for out number 3. So the Lady Buffs will come to the plate and return bottom of the 9th. Texas Tech showing why they are going to be one of the favorites to win it all this year. We're back with more college softball right after these messages.
New pitcher for Texas Tech, number 77, Timber Hensley. Correction, Chloe Riesteto.
Back here at Schaefer Park, and it is a new pitcher for Texas Tech. We will see number 75, Chloe Riesteto, 5'6", from Friendswood, Texas. She comes in, takes the ball. Texas Tech leading 28-3 as we've arrived at the bottom of the ninth, playing a 10-inning game here today with these two teams in exhibition style. Riesteto 2024 All Sun Belt second team out of Louisiana Lafayette. Last year, 35 appearances in the circle, 15 starts, went 8-3 with a 2.48 ERA. The lefty throws her first pitch low for ball one to the batter, Jordan De Los Santos. Good comebacker for strike one by Riesteto to even it up. That one's fouled away. Time called by the batter. So De Los Santos steps away. The senior transfer over from UT Tyler, originally from Corpus Christi. And that's a hard hit ball out in center. What a catch! Unbelievable play out in center field. I mean, that should not have been caught from normal humans. Maya Davis. Maybe she's superhuman. Unbelievable. That one, talk about being robbed. Jordan De Los Santos file a complaint right there, because that could have been and should have been extra bases. Instead, it's one out, and you know, it's just an exhibition game, but put that on the highlight tape for Texas Tech in 2025. Next up is Bella Holland. Strikeout, and so it's now 2 away as Holland is retired. Abby Howell will be the next batter. She was responsible for 2 of the 3 runs today for West Texas A&M, hit a 2-run blast back in the 4th inning. She'll watch the first pitch from Riesteto low, or actually, excuse me, in there for strike one. Abby Howell, nicely done. Lays one out into shallow left field for the bloop single.
Now batting for West Texas, number 8, Cadence Coburn.
Cadence Colburn. Fans at West Texas A&M affectionately refer to her as CC. Had a tremendous freshman season, and glad she's back for the Lady Buffs. All Lone Star Conference second team, all region. Solid first baseman, good hitter. And had to jump back out of the way, but that one's called strike 2. Hard hit ball to second. The flip to first, easy money. 5-3 put out. Nicely done by Mia Williams. A sensational catch out in center field by Maya Davis. And Texas Tech 28-3 as we'll move to the 10th inning back after these messages here on Flo College.
New pitcher for WT, number 26, Tessia Guzman.
All right, we'll start the final inning here, the top of the 10th. Texas Tech will come to the plate with a 28-3 score right now. A new pitcher for West Texas A&M. It'll be Tessia Guzman, the sophomore transfer over from Midland College. Holloman, what a great bunt. Oh my goodness. She may have been on first base before anybody even picked that ball up. So Logan Holloman gets the bunt single to lead it off for the Red Raiders. Haley Toney will step up next. It was a good pitch by Tessia Guzman. This one got away from Moreno. Oh boy. That was one that Heaven usually makes. Took her eye off of it, and as a result, it'll be a E6. Texas Tech, no outs, runners at first and second base. Jackie Liss, you're up next. Big, powerful swing, but it was a little late, so it's fouled away, and the count is evened at 1-1. That one drops low and inside, ball 2. A lot of these fans, they got out here again almost 2 hours before we started, and they're hoping to get some autographs after the game. Both of these sides, the players will stick around and make some young fans and older fans happy. Three balls, one strike to the batter, Jackie Liss. That was a catch. Unbelievable play behind the dish by Trinity Kuntz. The catcher somehow kept that ball from hitting the turf. Right off the bat, you heard the crowd saying up, up, up. And Trinity, we saw a great play made in center field from Texas Tech's Maya Davis. Well, Trinity Kuntz makes the defensive play of the day here there for West Texas A&M, one away. And that gets Jackie Liss retired. Next up, number 11, Lauren Allred. A returner on this team. Outfield changes. Back in left field, Bella Holland. And back in right field is Maya Chacon. That pitch, umpire says just missed, so it's ball 2. Up the middle. Good play to get the out. Texas Tech will take the run and make it 29-3 as Holloman will score. But they were able to get, thanks to Jordan De Los Santos, a 4-3 put out, 2 away.
For the Red Raiders, number 28, Angelina Condi.
And for the first time today offensively, we'll see freshman Angelina Condi, 5'5" infielder from La Mirada, California. Fouls it up and off, so the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on third for Texas Tech. Pitch coming from Tessia Guzman. Batter stayed back on it, pops it up into shallow center, and on her horse to make the catch, Emily Liskey and the Lady Buffs get out of the inning. Just 1 run comes across for Texas Tech. 29-3 will come back. Lady Buffs last at bat here in the exhibition game from Schaefer Park. We're back after these messages. Well, it's been a great afternoon here for college softball fans, coming out and watching some really, really talented young women and some great coaches, 2 really great programs. It is West Texas A&M coming up to bat in the final at bat right now, bottom of this 10th inning, and to lead it off, it's Emily Liskey, who just made the catch out in center field. The top of the 10th. She is a fun player to watch, both defensively and then, like I mentioned earlier, her improvement offensively with the bat. She's gotten better every season. Hard worker out Waterville, Ohio. Always enjoy visiting with her parents. They try to make the trip to Canyon as much as they can to watch her play. She'll watch that pitch, drop in for a strike. Good pitch from Chloe Riasetto. And again, Texas Tech, as great as they've done today, they've done all this with Naja Kennedy just hanging out in the dugout, cheering on her teammates. That one gets away from Mia Williams on the little toss over to first base. So this guy gets down to first safely, leadoff single. And Heaven Moreno will come up next. Riasetto tried to catch the corner and just missed ball one. Hard hit, but right back to the pitcher, Riasetto, but her throw is high, and that gets the shortstop lifted off the bag. Couple of mistakes late here by the Red Raiders defensively, which we have not seen today hardly at all through 9 innings of work. But right now, no outs. Lady Buffs runners at first and second. And this is Brooke Janning. Yeah, I think she wanted to go after that one, for some reason hesitated, and then it was too late. It was a good pitch in for strike one from Chloe Riasetto. Waiting on deck for the Lady Buffs is Maya Chacon. This ball lifted out to left over the head of the left fielder, Garcia. Lady Buffs will send this guy home, and it's an RBI for the freshman Brooke Janning.
Now batting number 14, Maya Chacon.
Make it now 29-4. Good job there for the Lady Buffs, getting runners on and then doing something with it. That's a pitch in for a strike to start off this at-bat for Chacon. I think she went around there. So it's going to be 0-2. Drifts away outside the zone, ball one. Full count now, 3-2 to Chacon. Fouled off. Again, the experience for these players, the challenge, you know, exactly what head coach Michael Mook wanted. That's why you're not afraid to. Whoa! Watch out, Avery Cannon. That ball was smoked foul, and just missed hitting the leg of Avery Cannon there. Waiting on the on-deck circle. Yeah, Coach Mook not afraid to bring this great competition into town. Knew he was going to get a big crowd. And that is called strike 3. They were able to get Chacon looking. She was thinking that was going to be ball 4, and instead it's a first out in the inning and a big strikeout for the pitcher, Chloe Riasetto.
Now batting for West Texas, number 10.
And next up is Avery Cannon. Two teams will begin their official season in February. But while the weather's warm and nice, fun to have this exhibition game, and glad we could bring you the pictures here on Flo College, our Thunder Vision production team. Great work throughout the afternoon. They've had a busy weekend as well with all the action going on with volleyball, football, and some soccer as well. Big shout out to the West Texas A&M athletics staff as well for all of their hard work to make this happen. Cannon's hanging in there, chops it down foul. One-two delivery to Cannon, and she pushes that one through out to left field. They'll hold the runners. Smart decision with that throw from Garcia out and left. But now the bases will be loaded. One out
As a reminder, we will
for
have
Trinity
player
Koontz.
autographs available after the game directly behind the press box. Now batting for West Texas, number 9, Trinity Koontz.
Koontz, did she go around? It was close. Thought she was trying to hang on. But the umpires check it and say she did go around. 0-1. Again, just one out. Bases loaded. Riasetto, the pitch. Koontz fouls it away. Riasetto wanted that pitch, but it just missed. We saw Caitlin Terry started off. Desiree Spearman came in and pitched. Also, Samantha Lincoln, good work from the 6-foot sophomore from Taunton, Massachusetts, and now finishing it off, Chloe Riasetto. Hard hit from Koontz, and it gets through. That's going to score Kevin Moreno. And the Lady Buffs get 2 runs here in this bottom of the 10th. Can you chip away when it's 29-3? Yeah, you can. One out. Now it's 29-5. Good work from the Lady Buffs. Next batter will, for West Texas A&M, be Reagan Walter. See the Red Raiders huddle up and give some encouragement to Riasetto. And she's throwing good pitches. Lady Buffs putting it in play and finally having some sustained success offensively in an inning. Let's see what Walter can do. We're going to have a quick pitching change. Jerry Glasgow says let's change it up, and I think he's sending Desiree Spearman back in to let her try to close it out.
Desiree Spearman back in to pitch for Texas Tech.
Couple of pitches, and Spearman says, I'm good to go. This will be the second time for her to enter the circle. Good off-speed pitcher and a powerful hitter as well. She showed that today. Yep, there it is. Just tough for the batter. It looks like it's coming high, and you just kind of hold back for a second, and all of a sudden that ball floats in for a perfect pitch. And she did it again. Goodness. Magician. One and two. Spearman with a fastball to finish off Walter, 2 away. So Coach Jerry Glasgow looked over to Desiree and said, I need you to get in there and take us home. She's 1 out away from doing that. And this is Kendall Luna de la Fuente up next. Bases juiced here for West Texas A&M. See if Luna de la Fuente can come through. There she found the zone. And it is a little difficult when you're pitching to Luna de la Fuente. She has a different strike zone, standing at 4 feet 11 inches. Oh, that one called foul down the line. It may have caught the leg of Brooke Janning. So make it 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Ends with a pitch thrown past Kendall Luna de la Fuente for a strikeout. Spearman comes in, does the job for Texas Tech, and that wraps it up with the Lady Buffs scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th. And the fans give their applause to both Texas Tech and to West Texas A&M. The final score in this exhibition game, 29-5 in favor of the Red Raiders. It was a lot of fun today. Enjoyed getting to see Texas Tech, and goodness, good luck to them. Enjoyed my visit with Jerry Glasgow before the game, and he's got quite a squad, so we hope the Red Raiders do a great job this year. For West Texas A&M and Michael Mook, we expect nothing other than a great team when we get into the spring. A lot of newcomers mixed with some really talented returners as well, and get the pitchers going with some new talent. But it was a fun afternoon, I know, for the fans. They're going to enjoy doing the autographs here in just a second. So we appreciate everyone tuning in on Flo College. Great weekend for West Texas A&M, and again, a huge shout out to our Thunder Vision production team for all of their work. That's going to do it for us here from Schaefer Park. Thanks for watching this exhibition game today here between Texas Tech and West Texas A&M. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday